you know what I was doing when I woke up in bed this morning?
No.
It's not what you think. But I opened up Instagram, as you do. It's the first thing I normally do. And I started looking up Mortal Kombat tattoos. And if I didn't want one as much as I do already, fuck me, you need to jump onto Gamer Inc. on Instagram because it's oh my God.
He's looking for a Sonya Cage tattoo.
I'm honestly looking for a Chi-Chi basically tied up with her arms behind her
Oh
back.
my God, what?
Full back tattoo.
Yeah, full one piece.
Yeah, right. No.
I like it. Welcome back, everyone, to another installment of the Nagcast, New Age Geeks podcast, guys. I'm joined by Robbie, Jahan, and Mike, my fellow geeks. Mike is our special guest today.
Hello.
How are we doing, guys?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm not doing too bad either.
Yeah. What's been happening in your weeks, Robbie?
Oh man, don't you put me on this spot like that. I've been sunburnt a lot this week, so I haven't really been moving a lot. I've been molting in my bed essentially.
You do have that real Irish
That
fair
lovely
skin.
Irish skin
that's
where I
so
have to go
nice.
between lobster pink and milky pale. So
And this is indoor light, right?
yes.
We're talking like proper moon tan.
Oh yeah, no, look, it's serious, Mike.
Oh, God.
Oh wow!
Oh God,
This
Jesus
is-
Christ.
Does
this
that go
is-
brown or does it just
No,
red?
no,
gone?
it goes straight back to white. And you should see my back too. Oh my God.
No, it's okay. Don't.
No. Got the backs of my knees. Got the whole lot there.
Jahan, my fellow nerd, what's going on?
Nothing like that has happened to me.
You don't really burn.
I don't. No, I don't think I've actually, honestly, been burnt in my whole life.
Wow.
God damn you.
It's nice. It's a nice thing to have.
Mike, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I got a tick in the middle of my back the other day. This is like 3 days ago. And there is no easy way to get a tick out of the middle of your back without help. So, Dad came around. He tried to freeze it off. The freezer thing had run out of gas. And then we tried pulling it out. And long story short, I kind of slept a lot after taking some antihistamines that were not meant for staying awake.
Wow.
So nothing happened over the weekend except me having an itchy back with a big apple-sized wound.
Wow, we've both had great weeks in bed.
Right?
Tom, what about you?
If you couldn't tell, I sound a little off. I've been. I had a bit of a redneck weekend, and I've come back Monday, and I couldn't talk, and as you can tell, my voice sounds a little strange now.
Were you offered a doof or what was happening?
No, I just decided to go away, hit the countryside, hit the Hunter Valley, get really in touch with my with Mother Nature.
Nice.
So, guys, a lot of stuff has been happening in the world of pop culture, games, anime, movies, a lot of stuff. And to kick us off, this is actually some pretty cool stuff, is Hitman 3. It's getting some crazy good reviews at the moment. And I mean, everywhere. IGN's giving it a rating of 9, Metacritic gave it an 88, and everyone else is pretty much just giving it a 9 out of 10 as well. It's actually insane. I'm hoping to get a hands-on copy myself next week, so I can actually give myself its own sort of... I don't know what you guys have been hearing, but it's pretty insane. It looks pretty cool.
I'd also like to know how long you plan on playing that for.
I'll keep you posted.
Every possible way to kill one target, he will figure it out and then move on to the next level.
Can I be honest? I actually didn't buy the last Hitman 2 because I was actually afraid of doing exactly what you just said.
Thankfully, you don't have to play the other ones. Obviously, there's a overarching story, but from what I understand, you don't need to be playing any of the other ones to jump into this one. So I guess it's good that you didn't, but the way you play games is just so weird to me. I can't fathom this sort of concept. Just move on.
You don't have to understand, Jahan. Just let me do me, all right?
No.
You know who could play a great Hitman? Robbie.
I actually had Hitman on the original Xbox.
Which like the original?
Oh mate, don't ask me which one.
Okay,
I was fucking 10. That was nearly 20
shouldn't
years
be
ago.
about it. Shouldn't be playing that one.
Either way, I'm not playing it now.
Robbie, I reckon if we get you a black suit and a red tie, you'd
Shave up, get you that barcode tattoo on the back of your
Was
head.
it Timothy Oliphant or
Yeah.
Michael Shannon played him in the movie?
Oliphant.
Yeah, they have nothing on me.
Why don't we just smash the next convention? Everyone cosplays.
Yeah.
Everyone shave their heads.
So should I be Hitman, Walter White? Like, what way do you want to go with me? Like,
I don't know. You could be Mike if we're looking at Breaking Bad.
yeah, but like, well, towards the end, it was more Breaking Bald at that stage. It was like Jesse, Mike, Walt. Like it was.
Yeah.
They were all getting up there.
Hank as well.
Hank. Yep. Moving on to the next thing, Tom, because right now I don't think anyone cares about my cosplay ideas.
Look, I was going to say I tried to beat your 100 hours. And then I realized what Robbie was saying with all the wonderful other things I could have been doing with 100 hours. So I slept instead. It was good. It's a good investment, I think.
Better investment.
See, you're well rested.
Yeah.
You like smash your days. Like
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. There's a lot of GTA 6 rumors going around. They're pretty exciting, but a lot of stuff that's going around at the moment is the announcement of a new patent on AI. This is basically going straight into the NPCs for the game. And there's also a potential female lead for GTA 6. This would be a first. We've never seen that before. But
Interesting, though.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
It doesn't affect me in this. Like, I'm good with it. I just.
And you wonder
doesn't
if
affect
they'll
me.
do the same thing with like the 3 characters, like it's one female or 2 female.
I think they're moving away from that, but I'm not entirely
The story for GTA 5
sure.
was
Otherwise, it becomes
good.
Charlie's Angels, right?
The story for GTA 5 was good, but I think it was a little all over the place. It wasn't as focused as GTA 4 or 3 or Vice City was. So I assume they'll be going back to the one protagonist and like strong supporting characters on the side. So if they can make a good, interesting female character, I don't care who does what in what capacity in a game, as long as they're interesting. So I couldn't give a shit if it was a female. I'm happy it is, but I trust GTA to not be stupid with this.
Basically,
So-
everything is on speculation at the moment
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
just to clarify, like Rockstar actually hasn't announced GTA 6 at all.
They kind of have. Well, people have hinted at it. It's either I think it's 2023 or 2025 based on the marketing budget that they've assigned for that year. People are speculating that seems how Red Dead Redemption 2 was the last one. That the next one is going to be GTA 6. And I can't remember if it's 23 or 25, but yeah, that's the year for GTA 6.
I'm hoping so. You know, it's been over 7 years since the last installment of GTA.
And it was still
And two
like,
generations.
7 years. It was still like the most, like the second or third most, like the highest grossing game of 2020.
Yeah, like the multiplayer and all that type of, like
Yeah.
just kept making
Well,
sales.
they just released new GTA DLC like a month ago or something. It's like an island now.
I'm guessing you didn't play it.
I haven't touched GTA in like 3-4 years now.
Shame.
I enjoyed the story, and then that was it.
Shame on you.
No, what's no?
No, I can't speak. I haven't played it for about 4 years. So
Yeah, I drunkenly got it and got about 2 hours.
even more exciting news, Valve, the creators behind cult classic games such as Half-Life, have announced today that there's actually a whole bunch of new games coming out. That's really exciting at the same time, but the CEO of Valve, Gabe Newell, despite the good news, he's basically just come out and said, I'm not actually going to tell you what they are until I'm ready.
Look, that's
Bold
good,
move,
though.
bold move, but exciting nonetheless.
Wait until you see what I'm about to do. What are you going to do? Just wait.
Yeah, it's like obviously, no doubt, speculation will now start going rampant that it's Half-Life 3, or Episode 3, sorry, Half-Life 2, Episode 3. But Valve does well with like their own like creating new IPs, like that Half-Life Alyx VR that came out like 6 months ago now, maybe. That was fantastic. So if they're making new games, brilliant. It's just weird as well to think that that they have got back to a point of enjoying it, because I think Gabe or someone there had said that creating the Half-Life Alyx VR kind of reignited that passion for video games. So if Valve is getting back into the mix of this, brilliant. I couldn't be more happy.
They got such good reviews on that game as well. I think it wasn't, everyone said like it was the first actual VR game for once that was just actually, it worked.
It really utilizes the VR, and I guess as well kind of set a benchmark for what VR games like should it be striving for.
Mike doesn't have to pretend to close his eyes and be Superman in his bedroom anymore. He can chuck on the VR and just go. When I think of Valve, I mean, I immediately think of Steam, and I think, wow, that thing is just a pure powerhouse. But like, what would you actually want to see come from Valve other than Half-Life?
Anyone?
Jahan.
I don't know. I don't care what they make. Like if look, maybe for argument's sake, with Back for Blood, the Turtle Rock spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead 2, like just on the horizon, maybe they're creating their own Left 4 Dead. I have no idea. I don't know what I want from them because, you know, they gave us Portal, they gave us Half-Life, which is arguably one of the most influential video games ever created. So I don't know. I don't care. Just let them go rampant and experiment and make dumb games.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving on. Did you guys see the Atomic Heart trailer today?
No, some of us were at work, mate.
Yeah, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Atomic Heart, the new game that's coming out.
No, I have no idea.
Oh my god, there was a ray tracing trailer that dropped today. Sorry, so for context, Atomic Heart is like this Bioshock environment, which is like a Wolfenstein-styled game with, I guess, like Last of Us zombies in it.
I like where it's going.
Yeah. It's like a cross mix of all of those games, and they're
Which
really
is good, but I've never heard it.
Yeah, I've never
any
honestly
of
heard
this.
of it.
really.
No.
Oh my god! Type it in after this. It's absolutely phenomenal.
But also mixing a whole bunch of things that you really like doesn't always turn out well.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Look at the
sometimes.
Powerpuff Girls.
No, seriously, go watch it. Type it in afterwards. Atomic Heart ray tracing trailer. It's really really good. Moving on. Probably more of a downer in this side of the news, but there is another lawsuit that's been filed against Cyberpunk, this time by the studio's investors. Basically, the headline states that they were misled on Cyberpunk's performance, so therefore they have every right to take them to court on this. I think this is pretty far-fetched. Like,
When they say they were misled about the performance, what aspect of the performance are they talking?
like in terms of the actual development of the game and like what they were planning on doing upon release, even though they have come out and said we knew it wasn't ready for release, they've kind of also just sort of shot themselves in the foot and went, oh crap. But then again, these are the same types of people who are putting the pressure on CD Projekt Red
To actually bring it out.
and actually bring it out. It's
It's
like,
a
oh, we paid
vicious
you, we want the
cycle.
money. It's like, well, hang on, like you're the one here, like hand on the Bible, gun to your head type scenario. It's like, what do you want from me?
It's different. Like obviously, a lot of the blame does go to CD Projekt Red, but they're not solely responsible. Video game gamers are like the community itself. Just the amount of like vitriol, especially like the death threats. Like, hey, we're going and delaying it again. And it's like, I'm gonna find you and kill you. And it's like, what do you
Who's
do in that
giving
situation?
death threats?
Oh, mate,
Do you
Twitter.
remember that? It was
Yeah,
fucking
so
horrific.
much stuff happening around it. Like,
A month out, so that in the last final round of them pushing the game back, people wrote in like death threats, being like, "We will come and murder."
DMing them or like,
Yeah.
we'll find your, like, I know where you live. Whether they're empty or not, it's just childish. And arguably, like, there's a reason that you're like, well, fuck me, man. Like, we want to make the best thing possible, but what do? We got pressure from everywhere.
In hindsight, which is the better option here, to release a game a little bit late and have it awesome and have everyone remember it for being awesome, or push it out early. Look what happened with Atari and the ET game.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it? It was Miyamoto who, and I'm going to butcher this quote, but wasn't he essentially along the lines of a delayed game will come out eventually, but a bad game is bad forever, or something like that?
It was something very similar to
Yeah.
that.
So like, what's waiting another year or 6 months would be an absolute like annoyance, but there's no goodwill there anymore with CD Projekt Red. And like, I haven't touched Cyberpunk in like nearly a month. Although no, let's say 3 weeks. So I played it hardcore for a week. Still haven't finished the story. Great story, to be fair, but just certain bugs are in the way that I just can't bother playing right now.
Yeah.
Not enough dildos anymore.
Yeah, that was weird.
Patched the
Like, they
dildo.
Patched out. Why were there so many in the first place? Just
When you were saying there were performance reviews, performance issues, sorry. I was like, I know what those performance issues were.
Developers were tired.
Why were they tired? Just like Tom in bed with his Instagram.
Moving on to smaller gaming news, but Takaya Imamura, hopefully I'm saying that correct, has retired from Nintendo after 32 years of work. He was the art and game designer behind Captain Falcon, I'm sure a fan favorite for all of us, Star Fox, which is probably my favorite, and Zelda Majora's Mask. That's a long service.
well, yeah. When you say Captain Falcon and Star Fox, I'm like, well, they haven't really been in commission for a while. And granted, same with Majora's Mask. That was a game from like 20 years
I was
ago.
about to say, he's really left his mark on pop culture.
I'm going to go out and get me a GameCube just so I can relive it.
When
God, I
Mr.
miss the GameCube.
yes,
How
same.
good was that?
How great was that little handle?
Oh, you
Take
carry
it to your
anywhere.
mates. Yeah.
It's the portable, non-portable console.
Do you know they actually had an attachment which you could bolt on and have a pop-up screen with it? So you
Really?
How
didn't need
small?
to...
But so was
no,
it-
it was tiny.
Yeah, like form
Like-
factor wise,
like
it would
the
have to
si-
be the same size as the GameCube, right? So
Yeah. So width-wise, it was the width off the GameCube.
Yeah.
So
That's,
not big.
I
some
do
fun
remember there
games.
was some attachment that let me. Oh yeah, you had the attachment for the bottom, and you could plug in Game Boy games into it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was genius.
Talking about Nintendo, I've got my Nintendo Entertainment System sitting in my car outside at the moment.
No.
I went home, and Mum's like, getting rid of this, and I'm like, I've got the Duck Hunt gun and everything. I'm like, I am taking that home, thank you, and my Game Boy as well. But
Oh,
I've
lovely.
bought the Game Boy
I'll
inside.
see you in a
because I
week,
couldn't
Mum,
walk.
when I'm picking up my laundry. I'm going to play Duck Hunt.
Yeah, you've been there too. Robbie knows.
Did you have the glove? Do you remember the little Nintendo?
Power Glove.
No, I didn't ever have the Power Glove, but I remember wanting it and going,
Going for the
$99, I can't afford it. That's expensive. And for a kid back then, it was. But one thing I did do, the first time I went to Japan,
Yeah, for a kid.
it just so happened they had released the Virtual Boy. That was only released for like 2 years in the US and in Japan. And it was a 3D headset console that you put on, right? Full 3D, except you can't move your head. It has a little stand underneath it, and it took like 8 or 10 or 12 AA batteries, and everything was black. The
It
screen
was
was black.
all vector graphics.
And it was all red lines.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But there was like Mario
and
Tennis
it
and,
gave
boxing.
you the worst headache every fucking
It
time.
made you remember. You know?
Made you feel alive.
Moving on, God of War Santa Monica Studios have also come out and said their second project is actually still in the works. They're being super secretive about it, but that is still really good news. Any game that's like sort of God of War, I'm totally happy to wait for. And yeah,
Well, I assume they would be moving away, not moving away, but like, hey, we want to make something a little more whatever, like not God of War, because they've obviously got Ragnarok happening in the background. I don't care what they make. Once again, just let them do whatever they want. They've already proven themselves with every other God of War game and God of War PS4, and no doubt Ragnarok will be phenomenal as well. So
fair enough. In this next bit of news, this actually, I don't know why this shits me so much, but basically, so Call of Duty, like both titles in the year 2020 was Game of the Year in the United States.
Earlier on, yeah.
And no, hang on. Here's the kicker. For the 12th year in a row,
Wait, what?
for the 12th year in a row,
Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty
had
has been Game of the Year, like the best-selling game.
Who? Oh, wait. You mean like the number one selling game?
Your number one selling game
In the
In
US.
the US.
Yeah.
That's fucking like. I didn't even pick up COD for years until I played Modern Warfare, that remastered one.
Yeah, literally, like I had Modern Warfare 2, and then like the remasters. Like I just like I don't care, but like I don't need one every year.
Well, apparently it doesn't matter. You like
It doesn't matter what I want.
yeah, because every
Activision
fucking
needs
hell,
to sell copies of games.
just like it's fucking hell. Yeah,
No, but like, as in, number one is Cold War and number two is Modern Warfare. Both
Cold
cool.
War is number 1.
Sorry?
Cold
Yeah.
War wasn't that okay? Whatever.
Yeah. Shocking.
Fuck me, right?
It's like, how many more versions can they make?
Right?
I want them to go to space, and that's when I'll be interested.
Well,
in
they
it.
did go to space.
They did in like a tiny
Advanced
bit
Warfare.
of Ghosts.
No, but
No,
like
go-
I want an actual like space.
Like where they have wars in around
Look,
the stars.
There is a game out there where you can.
I know, but like if the US are making Space Force, surely Call of Duty can be like, well, we've gone to World War II, we've gone to Modern Warfare. Well, let's go to Future Warfare and go
I
space.
swear that's a game.
Yeah, they could call it like Star Wars.
Damn it, it's taken. What?
Star Feud.
So I
Galactic
thought
Wars.
I thought this next bit of piece. So I think it's quite sad that Adobe Flash Player has actually closed down. Google shut it down. It's gone. But I thought we could relive our youth of playing internet games, and we could go back onto places like armorgames.com and play Flash games like we used to when we weren't doing schoolwork during school, and just
Okay,
do
I'm
a bit of
going
a
to show
stream.
my age here. Like you had all that. We had the pinball game that was on the Windows.
I remember that
Yeah,
shit.
of
That
course.
was great.
That's
Yeah.
what we had too
Yeah,
at
but
home.
That wasn't the Flash player though. Like, what were you talking about?
Just like throughout high school, you used to like jump on in like your little downtime. Fuck, is it just me that did this?
Yeah,
Wow.
no, I had Newgrounds.
Yeah, Newgrounds, Armor Games, all that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. I just call it Newgrounds.
Yeah. Well, I was just thought it'd be a really good idea if we could jump on and just pay our respects by doing a little bit of a stream.
Okay.
I'm really, really annoyed because I attempted to pay attention in school and I still ended up sitting beside both of you.
He likes you, Mike. He likes you.
It's not that much of a segue, but we used to have this homeless guy live down behind the school, and he used to play a different type of Flash game with us.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wow. His name was Robbie too.
Great guy's named Robbie. Look, it's all about being a Flash player, okay? Don't hate the Flash player, hate the Flash game.
You gotta know when to hold 'em. Cool. Moving on to movies and comics now, guys. Some big news actually happening in movies, entertainment, and comics at the moment. And I think we'll start off with some pretty good stuff. So Thor, Love and Thunder has begun filming this week. That's pretty exciting.
So Hemsey was over in Lord Howe Island before he kicked off filming there. Hold on, is it Howe or Howie in your
Howe.
view? Okay, I say Howe. Howe? Yeah, Howe.
No, it's Howie.
It's Howe.
Lord Howe Island
Yeah, Lord Howe. Yeah.
with Ball's Pyramid. Yeah.
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 Okay, moving on. Yeah.
Hang on, they're filming. there?
Yeah, they've begun filming, and bloody the main man himself, Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Is it still in Gold Coast they're filming, or is it because everything seems to be moving to Sydney now?
COVID.
No, but
yeah.
so Matt Damon.
I don't know. Should we just ask our neighbor?
No, but so Matt Damon's after coming into Sydney, he's got a role in Love and Thunder now. So I guess he's coming in. He's not just playing fake.
Fake Thor.
I thought it was fake Loki.
I've got it right here in my notes. It's
but
fake Thor.
No, he's fake Loki. It's Luke Hemsworth is fake Thor.
Is it?
Yeah, and then they have Sam Neill as fake Odin.
Oh my God, Sam Neill.
It was in Ragnarok.
I know, but like Sam Neill since like fuck. Remember
Yeah.
Jurassic Park?
It's the only thing I know him from.
No, I don't remember Jurassic
That and the
Park.
was it Lamb? Did he do the Lamb ads?
The Lamb ads.
Yeah,
I think he did.
Yeah. Australian Lamb, like for Australia Day.
He had that movie out, the one where he's a sheep farmer as well in rural Australia. It looked really good.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
I only know him as Jurassic.
Blinders. He's
What?
Yeah, he's in Peaky Blinders in the first 2 seasons.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he has a Belfast accent. It doesn't work.
But no, there's a really impressive cast coming in for this film. Like Natalie Portman, there's a whole bunch of people in this movie.
Yeah, she's taking over Thor, isn't it?
I think
She's
so.
she's Lady Thor now.
Lady Thor.
Yeah, like she's taking over Mjolnir and the whole role
Yeah.
of Thor. So I don't know if Chris Hemsworth, if this is his like outro from the MCU, but Chris Pratt's in it as well. Like they have, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the Guardians of the Galaxy cast is predicted to be
It's only Chris Hemsworth at the minute.
really.
Yeah, or not Chris, the other one, Chris Pratt. The other one. There's so many Chris's. They
Still
had
exciting.
3 of the 4 Hollywood Chris's. The only one they're missing was Pine, and he's in Wonder Woman.
If you're a real Marvel nerd, you probably know this news already, but this is also pretty exciting. The documentary Behind the Mask will actually be kicking off in February. So just around the corner. The direction for this documentary Behind the Mask is basically just to go truly in depth on each character, or just basically all of the characters that you know and love.
I'm assuming this is Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm probably not going to watch the Captain America one, but at the end of the day, Iron Man and everyone else, I will definitely.
You hate on Captain America
He
so
really
much.
does.
Come on, lay it into me.
I went to, so without disclosing too much here, I went to your brother's.
I know. I've seen the photo.
21st.
I've seen the photo.
Yeah, and I cosplayed as Captain America. I had big fake muscles and all. Didn't work out too well in the city for me. So
Why did you say fake? You could have just been like, I trained for the year for that cosplay.
I did. I trained in stuffing, like teddy bear stuffing into this suit, and I got it good in the end. No, it's just, but it was old school Captain America too. It wasn't the new age. It was basically before it was.
It was just really old school,
very
old school
cartoony
costume,
looking. Yeah.
But I love you though. Like you're great. I'm not a fan of Captain America. I love Chris Evans. I just don't like Captain America.
Okay. That works.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
They're really good.
If we had a
movies.
Captain Australia, what would you do?
Really good.
No, same thing.
Yeah,
It's
what
just
about
a
Captain
shit
Boomerang?
name.
Get
No.
down, mate. Duck the boomerang.
Get behind.
Crikey.
Fuck, it's just weird over here.
It's fucking weird.
Fucking weird.
Get me fucking VB.
VB attack. Captain Australia. That was a very bad attack. Very bad. VB.
Fuck you, mate. Fucking hell.
Chuck a bloody
Anyway.
drop beer on him.
WandaVision. I want to talk about this with all of you.
Very meh.
Yeah.
But
And I
who
thought
was
it would be.
Who I think it was it one of you or maybe one of my other friends said it was like a very like world setting or like just kind of like opening up the world and then like the rest of the episodes can kind of like expand out from there.
I don't know if that was me.
That sounds like something you read.
No. It was one of my friends back in Ireland. Obviously, they were just like, yeah, it was very meh, but I can see them like they had to do those 2 episodes, and now they can kind of like.
That's what I think. Like, these are our weakest episodes. Let's get them out together.
Yeah.
And then,
So I'm keen to see what episode 3 is like, and if it's shit, then it's 25 million an episode they're spending on this.
Kind of like this podcast. No.
But like each episode has about 8 minutes of credits in it.
Oh yeah, that was weird. So,
How much are they spending on the credits?
well, arguably, surely, like, a lot of the money's going to actors and actresses, right? Like, to the actual,
I
talent.
guess getting them to expand their MCU contracts into doing Disney Plus is probably
Well, just
costing
like,
them
well,
a bit.
like,
but
surely,
we thought they were doing the classic Marvel thing where you wait till the end and then there's a little snippet of what you're going to see in the next movie. No. Fucking none of that. It's just an entire credit of different languages.
yeah, that was weird.
For
they're-
8
Maybe
minutes.
they're just trying to see how far they can push the envelope before they just like lose everybody's interest.
Well, I was
They're
saying
filming everyone in cinemas and in their TV homes. Just like, how long can we get these motherfuckers to keep watching the
I
end
was
credits
saying that-
before we show them nothing?
Marvel have finally realized that. They realized that I think with the first Spider-Man when like the after credit scene was just the video of like Cap when they were showing it to everyone in like in Peter Parker's school, and it was like, you know, the greatest virtue a hero can have, patience, and then it just cuts to black. You're like, we waited for that, seriously. Marvel were literally just being like, fuck you.
Also,
Like, I gave you my life, you dickhead.
they're throwing things into contrast, you see. So they show you the dark, terrible, awful side of things, and then they can just release something mediocre, and everyone's going to be like, brilliant, because they look at the shit first, and then
Give you...
the not so shit is
The problem is that
looks fantastic.
Because I was reading about it's just speaking about the MCU. You know about the whole thing about Spider-Man 3, how it's looking like a live-action Spider-Verse. Like, wow, that was glorious.
Because hard and thirst means a big cold beer.
So you know the way,
man.
so you know that's not. So yeah, there's no Captain Australia. There's just VB man, VB bloke.
That's the sidekick.
You can get it walking.
Yeah, so
You can
so,
get a talk.
Fuck me, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
Okay, so Spider-Man 3, fucking final time, is meant to be like a live-action Spider-Verse. Like, they're talking about Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield, Tobey Maguire coming back. And, so that's been completely pushed back because the MCU, because of its very linear nature, has to have all these things happen before it. So, like, at the minute, it's scheduled for December next year. But if COVID keeps going on and like production keeps getting delayed,
They're just going to have to film it in Australia, I guess.
No, but who knows when it'll bloody happen? Because like, so I was reading the other day, like the things that have to come out before Spider-Man 3 because of where the story is. So like, it's WandaVision now, then it's
Like Doctor Strange, that has happened before. Yeah.
So it's like WandaVision now, then Winter or Falcon and Winter Soldier has to happen. Like all this has to happen.
It's Widow, isn't it?
Black Widow. That's a prequel. That's set that can come out whenever the fuck they want, and honestly, they can release that.
But it is the first movie. It's November this year. That's the first Marvel movie.
I wouldn't put it. I would say that'll end up being released on Disney Plus because that was meant to be out in May last year. I would say they'll do the same thing that they did with Mulan and just make you pay for it, and then they'll make it out for free like a month later.
Yeah.
That's my thinking on it.
Look, my thoughts on WandaVision at the end of the day, I just felt like I was watching a really shitty version of Bewitched. And I realized that's what they were playing on. But I'd rather watch Bewitched. Is basically where I'm going to go with that. I understand it's the first two. I'm really happy they're releasing 2 episodes at a time. It's every Friday.
Yeah,
It's one. It's one.
I think it's
for
one.
now.
I think that was just like a first week thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because there's only 9 episodes, so I think they're just doing like they're getting their out of the way, and then they have like those 8 weeks of whatever.
I'm happy it's back in color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really jarring. Just like
It's eventually, we're just going to go through all the stages of like the shows that they're trying to compare. Like now I'm going to think, oh, it's just a really shit version of that 70s show.
Yeah. Anyway, what's next?
Moving away from Marvel and into the DC universe.
What?
I know.
EU is the DC EU.
DC.
It's not the same thing.
Things just got dark.
Is that Zack Snyder in the corner?
So, not like, unless you're super into the DC world, like, I really don't think you're going to care too much about this stuff, but they are relaunching all their web apps and mobile apps to focus more on comics. They used to have basically an area like a conglomerate, I suppose you could call, where you could watch movies and comics of all the DC stuff. And basically they just moved away from that whole area to focus on more of the community fan base who are real hardcore DC people. Like, I really wish I knew more DC stuff, but like really like to the point where if like Superman did a certain thing in this certain timeline, that type of fan.
Did you see the thing that Zack Snyder said that like the DC EU is like, it's not meant to be like the MCU. It's meant to have its own like things like the Joker, things like the Batman. Like it doesn't have to be like linear like the MCU. And to me, it was like, yeah, that's cool, but that's also you giving up. Like it was so very clear you were going after the same thing as the MCU.
Well,
but like,
of course they are.
I'm happy if they don't do the same thing as you. I don't want 2 competing universes. Like the MCU does it phenomenally. They've done it for the last however many bloody years.
12 years now, 13 years.
Yeah. Whereas I'm happy to get like a Christopher Nolan trilogy of Batman. I'm happy to get a Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I'm happy to get Wonder Woman, whatever. Like, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Look, don't get me wrong. I feel like they're flogging like a horse here just with the whole remaking Batman. And I realize it makes them money and Batman is really good. But surely they could make a Cyborg. Surely they could at least remake Green Lantern. I actually loved Ryan Reynolds'
So
Green
there
Lantern.
was... You're the only person.
Yeah,
not even
what the
Ryan
fuck?
Reynolds.
Even Ryan Reynolds hates
No,
that shit.
it's just because it's Ryan Reynolds. I'll watch anything he does.
That's
They
fine,
were
but
making a
you can have
Cyborg
that.
film, but it got pushed back. And now Warner Brothers have changed their entire strategy in terms of releasing movies, that it's all going to be out on HBO Max now. It's not. They're not going to be
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's the point of this change. So if you want the movies and stuff now, it's all going to HBO. That's where you have to watch it.
But that's even including like the Matrix 4 and everything. Like they've pissed off every actor because like actors like Keanu Reeves get so much a part of like the box office and stuff like that. So they're like, so apparently they paid Gal Gadot an extra $20 million
Well, yeah,
because
apparently,
of
like,
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like this was
Because of
a
it? And then so now they're like, well, how do we keep Keanu happy? Because you don't want to piss off Keanu Reeves. I mean, have you seen John Wick?
well, yeah, like wasn't this something that wasn't as well decided, like with the actors for whatever respective movie they were in as well. This was just something that was decided by the top execs and just, we're doing this.
Apparently, the agency firms that represent the actors, they had like 30 minutes notice before it was actually announced. And it's just like, I can understand why they're all pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. This next bit of news, Mike, I'm not even sure if you've seen this show. If you haven't, please, when you get home tonight, start watching it. The Boys, Season 3. We got a bit of news today on The Boys Season 3. The storyline is meant to be very heavily influenced by a ridiculously heavy R rating. That's exciting. The Boys, if you haven't watched The Boys,
Hero
please,
gasm.
I have not watched it.
every single person listening, Mike, you listening to me right now, go and watch it when you get home. I promise you, it is one of the best shows
It's so
I've ever
good. I
seen in
think
my
it's
life.
one
You want me to go home and watch The Boys?
Yes.
The
Boys.
struggle. I had to get Gilmore to watch The Boys.
Is this through Netflix? Star?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
So it's one of their star programs. So they, even before season 2 aired, they commissioned season 3 of The Boys because they were that confident in it. And this one, basically, it's superheroes but R rating, and if superheroes give zero fucks.
Yeah.
So
It's a whole new
it's
take.
very R
If you
rated.
could if capitalism was involved in fucking
If you could
superheroes.
crush someone's head while getting head,
Is it kind of like
that's what it's like.
Deadpool?
Oh, it goes way beyond Deadpool.
Oh, well
No,
beyond.
What I said about
Deadpool's
getting head and
R-rated
crushing head?
is nothing compared to what The Boys is just so well done, especially having MCU and DCEU, their movies coming out, and then just what The Boys, it's just a complete 180 on
It's a
anything.
palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's well, you probably go to MCU and the DC.
Watch those
movie.
first, then be like, oh, I wish superheroes would act like real people. And then you're like also seeing the character development of Homelander. He's like one of the main characters
Aussie
in
guy.
it.
Aussie guy.
New Zealand guy.
New Zealand.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Anthony
I thought he
Starr.
was Aussie.
Anthony Starr, New Zealand. Yeah.
Please, I'm so sorry.
I
know you're listening.
It's that character, the
So
journey
well
it goes on.
acted.
Oh my god, it's
You
phenomenal.
hate him. You proper hate him, and then just what he goes through, you're just like, okay.
I can see how you
Still a bit of a
ended up
dick,
where
bro.
you are, but you're a dick. But I understand it, and that makes him a better villain.
They're milking the anti-hero thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, milking. That's a very ironic thing you said.
Oh dear.
R-rated milking.
Yeah. So season 3 opens with Herogasm, which in the comics, if anyone hasn't read them, look, it's just a massive orgy.
Yeah.
That's
So if you're
that's
listening, boys and girls,
an
boys.
orgy. Yeah. Go on. Do I explain the orgy?
No.
No.
We got
No.
to keep this M.
15 plus.
No,
Yeah,
the-
Keep to the code.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently the creator people have been daring him to make this episode. He's like, well, you dared me, motherfuckers. Here you go. And that's opening season 3, this R-rated orgy of superheroes.
Last bit of news, just in sort of the movies entertainment realm. I lose my mind for this stuff. I'm going to bring it up until it comes out. Probably for a few weeks after it comes out as well, is that there was new photos released of the new Mortal Kombat
I
movie
thought
coming
so.
out in April.
I didn't want to say anything, but I thought it was Mortal Kombat.
I started the podcast with tattoos about Mortal Kombat. I'm going to finish the movie segment with Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry. It's just, I cannot wait. It's so good. I know people think they're really shitty movies, but they were my childhood.
I'm all about great shit movies. All about great shit movies.
I snuck into Mortal Kombat to watch it.
Did you see them in the movies?
Yeah, I saw it. We kept on calling it Mortal Kombat. I have no idea why we did that. But yeah, snuck in there and was kind of disappointed. Was expecting a lot more.
The 90s, you were expecting
We're
more?
expecting a
weird
storyline.
thing. Yeah. Oh, okay.
From the second one or the first one?
First one. My God. It wasn't anything like DOA.
God, DOA.
Holly
what a
Valance. Oh my God.
movie. What a movie.
I loved DOA 3 on Xbox, I think.
But Jahan, the movie.
Yeah, no, of
Devon
course.
Aoki.
Right.
Oh my
Like,
God.
it's just
Holly Valance.
I saw a meme. It was just like
The
turn on
cinematographer.
Xbox. Yeah.
The cinematographers on that production, experimental to say the least.
Okay, before you start watching The Boys, please go download Dead or Alive, the movie. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's so good. It's terrible. It's so good though.
It's great though.
It's great.
If you love the games, it's all right.
And that's the best review we got.
A solid 2.5 out of 5.
But yeah, guys. I mean, that pretty much wraps up the news for what's
News.
Yeah, the news. What's going on in the Nagcast? The news. So there is an actual special reason as to why we have Mike in this episode with us. We're going to be changing up the rhythm a little bit. We're going to have a few special podcasts every now and then on the New Age Geeks podcast channel. And this next one is going to be headlighted by Jahan. You want to give a little sneak peek? What's going on?
Yeah, so Tom, obviously Mike's here in the office with us today. Mike, I don't know if you properly introduced yourself, but we'll be having a special episode with you. So could you give the listeners a quick little taster?
Sure. I've been really lucky to be able to hang around with a lot of really talented people in the anime and manga industry, as well as the pop culture convention scene around Australia and also around the world. And it's something where I'm so lucky to be able to be so close to these people and learn how they live their lives, and also see up close some of the really, really intensely talented things that they can do. So look, I've emceed a fair few different conventions, and that's just me up there being the conduit for these people to flex their cosplaying and their skit skills. So long story short, yeah, I'm a big nerd.
Excellent. Yes, we are as well here. So that's going to be coming up, I assume, sometime this week. But yeah, we'll be having a nice little conversation with him very soon, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, the only thing left to do is wrap up the show. Just, Tom, where can people find you?
No, fuck you, Robbie. You're the one that closes us out. So on all my socials, you can find me at Happy Gilmore 8. If you want to jump onto any of my gamer stuff like Xbox or Discord, it's the Apple Crumbie. And you can just type that in and you will find it.
Yeah, it's case sensitive.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm you behind the bus as I mentioned last week, because I ran out of characters for you behind the bushes. Jahan.
I am N70. I know it's annoying.
You're right, that is annoying.
Yeah.
And you can also find New Age Geeks on Instagram at newage_geeks, Twitter, New Age Geeks _, Discord, the Nag Pub, Twitch at the Nagcast, and I think that's about.
Hang on.
Hold on. We have actually
We probably should have started with this.
No. Anyone who made it here deserves to know. We have a website now.
Yeah, we do.
We have a fucking website.
It's official.
Is it
We're going
live?
downhill now. Yeah, it's live.
Yeah, it's going downhill now. Yeah. New-age-geeks.com. You'll find every episode of the podcast.
Find our lovely faces on there. Don't look at it. Keep it mysterious.
You will find all of our lovely faces. We will be building it out to include our Twitch streams, everything else. There's some news and features in there. Comment, like, subscribe. Yeah, it's actually quite exciting that that's live now.
Yeah, it's fucking very exciting. I'm pretty happy about it. It'll be the home where we can just produce all our content, videos, audio, written work, everything. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. And that is it.
And that's the Nagcast.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.